Welcome back to Ixion. My name is Nilaus and I will be your administrator on board the Tiqqun. And for our joyous, I don't know if it's a joyous journey through space. It is fraught with accidents and maybe a little bit more accidents than I think is reasonable, considering we are always sticking to our principle of keeping everything at optimal working conditions, yet we still have accidents left, right and center. That's one thing that's sort of getting on my nerves, and I'm sure that it is for you as well. But we limit the impact by trying to have a little bit of extra crew over here and there. Also, just trying to manage it every time there's an accident happens. So what you can see here is our DeVille colony is actually generating science just by the fact that it is there. So that's a pretty cool thing, that we can actually make it generate science. That is good, because at the end of last episode we kind of stalled out because we didn't have enough science to do the retractable pole PROTAGORAS diagnostic analysis upgrade. Just rolls off the tongue. And we do have it now, and that means we can get that research and then we can get that started as an upgrade. The next upgrade I want to focus on is something that when you notice it, you go like, oh, that's pretty good. And one thing I wanted to do, like mushroom walls or legislative strengthening center, not because we want them, but because if we take everything in Outer Ring 3, then we can get access to upgrades in here, and there are some really amazing upgrades. I'm still actually thinking that might be more valuable, because I get from 3 every 5 to 5 every 5. That's kind of a lot of difference. But this is, how much do we have here? This is 26 additional and 60 additional. That's kind of a lot of extra science we need to go. In any case, what I'm working my way towards is down here. We have this stellar cuisine is 1 food can feed 50% more crew, and 1 food can feed 100% more crew. That is pretty damn amazing. And they are, unfortunately, not unfortunately, but they require intelligent design over on crop farm as well. So we need to get this one, which, I mean, it's 20% more food. I'll take it. So that gives us a pretty good sense of getting more food. And even though we're not really straining for food right now, I'd like to sort of be able to just go like, okay, now we have it. We don't worry about it. No problems at all. So, and then as we are getting down to business, thank you very much for your continued support of this series. And there we go. That's one of those accidents. Thank you for your continued support. I really appreciate it, and I want to continue on this as much as possible. And what happened here? Something happened. Yeah, so I'll continue on this series as long as there is an interest. We have 20 in here, and we are now... This is the insanity of this. There. We actually have to build an extra building here just to make sure that we have here. Oh man. And we will tap that so we can keep on optimal conditions. Optimal and happy and optimal. Great. And we have, in terms of our happiness, we still have 250 unopened crab pots. That's why I've turned this one off, so that we don't get more than we absolutely need at this point. So that's all good. And we have also some crab pots here that we need to consume. And as we do that, let's see. I'm just thinking, like, I want to build this, but there's no way that I can build this fast enough that these don't die. Because they will die in the cycle if they haven't gotten medical attention. Boo. Let's see. And then I want to go over here to this one and just make sure that they want to buff up to 500 each. What is our population in each? 500 and 500. Okay, so we can still throw a lot more in here and a lot more in here. We want to get up maybe to 2,000 in this case. I don't know how many we have here. No, 58. We can't even get more. All right, so this is kind of... Well, we have the stuff we have inside, and then that's 300. So we can get maybe to 1,500 or something. We keep our science vessel here, and I keep also the Tiqqun here, so it's not inside the storm. That's pretty good. And aside from this, they're just flying around gathering stuff. We are going to have a little bit of an issue when it comes to carbon, because if we look on our fleet, we have no carbon. So the carbon we have is what you see here, for the time being at least. Oof. Yeah, and that means we don't have more carbon than we have here. Let me have a look at how far we are on this. Okay, so this one is requiring 26 more. That's okay. 26 more, not a problem. And on top of that, we now need to, after that, we have to go. Oh, that needs to be fixed. And then we have to go over here and build that one. That's 60. So we are gonna get like dangerously close to using every single little bit of what we have here. Let's do the calculations here. This one is now, that's 20 missing, and then we have 60 more. So we do have enough, and then we have about 20 left. I'm just gonna make sure that this is kind of silly. Polymers, this is the one it's producing. Producing 3. 3, you should not have that. 3 does not need any polymers, do you? No, not really. Nah, I mean you need it for this one, but I'm not gonna launch any more probes though. I'm actually so much so that I'm gonna be taking that out. We have a tech lab here, and that's progressing nicely. So that's good. Oh, some people were not fed. Huh. I think that's not a problem. I mean, it doesn't look like a problem. I think it's just how it was getting in here. What I do want is I want to make sure that we can open another one. But that's actually, it's not. It's got to be over here. But that's going to require a lot more resources that we don't have just yet. And I'm thinking if I look at this, I have plus 71 when everything is running. That seems like a lot. Repair hull cost 9 per cycle. That's a lot. What if I disable you? I mean, I'm still building it because the other ones are continuing to build. Right. Now we're building the solar panels. Oh, that's excellent. That's why it's now dipping. Yeah, okay. That's how it is. In the meantime, out here, well, nothing much to do until we get the update here. And we've now researched the retractable thing. And we can now actually get back to this location. And I really wanted to just have built a little bit more. I wanted to deconstruct this so that I could build 2 batteries in this location instead, because we hopefully don't need any more sick room than 20. I hope 20 is enough. But if I'm looking at this, it looks like we are not actually going to be able to empty this one entirely before we move over there. And that means no battery, no extra battery. We are at 2.3 battery, and I think the travel time is a little bit more than that. No, 2.2. Then we'll just go. No need to worry. Let's go fly back to the Protagoras. We're coming back, and this time we have a retractable claw. Well, we've
entering extreme low temperature environment.
As I was saying, I'm trying to say, what I've been doing in the meantime is I've been building up extra workers in section 1, just leaving them here to get some workers so that we can start overriding the next sector. The next sector is going to be a really interesting one. I mean, they're all interesting, but this particular one is going to be about recycling. Yes, recycling indeed. So we want to get recycling up and running. Speaking of science, by the way, I realized that I wanted to get this mess hall update, and the reason why I couldn't get the mess hall update is because even though I can get this one, no, I can't. It says technology tier 3 required to unlock. That means I need to get the mushroom walls, even though I'm not going to use them anytime soon, and I need to get this one as well.
Colonization mission requires your attention.
Oh, the colonization. So we have completed the studies of Deville 59, and we estimate colonization success rates of the planet like Deville 59 to be 2.73. Please authorize extraction preparation. That's fine. I mean, 2.73, I don't think a lot of people would roll those odds. I mean, some might, but all right. We'll get them back safely. That's okay. That's fine. And then we'll need to ferry them back here to the Tiqqun afterwards. In terms of all of this stuff out here, I'm going to keep this closed off until we actually get there. And when we get, at the end, when we're done with everything, I'm going to be flying up to Deville, to Rokotensky, and then over to Chevy in order to just explore a little bit more of that.
Solar panel badly damaged.
Yeah, that's kind of what happens when we're in here. Repairs in progress. We can't do this one because we just don't have enough. We have 29 polymers and that's it. That's all we have remaining in this sector. Well, until we get to the last bit. But still, if we look at our... Oh, we keep getting stuff inbound. Really? And we have now arrived. So let's have a look. Re-establish internal infrastructure and food distribution and reboot the Protagoras core system. That is our objective. 100 alloys and 100 food. We'll get you to do that. You're transporting popsicles, so we'll get the Pelican for doing that. Great. And we'll also need someone to extract over here. And let's actually have a look at... We could get the last one out of storage. Can we? Let's have a look if we have any idle spaces here. Nope. Nope, we don't. Alright, so that's not really happening. Over here we can actually get a little bit more batteries. 2 more batteries in this location. That is good. It's not much, but it'll help a little bit until we get better batteries. How are we doing here? We have a little bit of leeway.
Has occurred in the Tiqqun.
4 members. That's if it's 4 members, then it shouldn't affect anything. No, it's all good. Oh, look at that! Yay, we are here. All right, so we can start working on the next big project, and that is how we do this sector. Whoops. And okay, so the good news is about this sector is that I can actually build it correctly. I think in the first try. So I'm just assign it and figure out how that works.
Science ship team has completed
I guess
task.
not. Science ship team has completed the task. The colonists are prepared for extraction. They are waiting for a cargo ship retrieval. Alright, cool. Cargo ship retrieval will be... Pandora can do that? Yeah, sure. Oh, Pandora should be the one doing that. Yeah, okay. Pandora, you do that. And that's the Pandora ship. Yes, it is. Alright, so back in here, I need to figure out how to place these. Alright, so this is probably the least bad way I can place this. As we get the workshop, we'll start building all the roads and we can start tapping this. The reason why is because I have a very specific design in mind that I've been putting some effort into, and for this context, let me say that I have these in a Google Doc, and for the people who are, it's not because they're secret or anything, but I just share the Google Doc in the same place as I share my save files, and save files are for patrons. So if you are a patron supporter, you can go to the save file location and then grab every single one of my of these designs. They're also probably usually sometimes linked in Discord, but I keep working on them and I don't always share them in Discord. I actually want to do this. That's crazy, isn't it? Yeah, it is. But I'd rather want it next to it. I don't know if that was necessary. Probably not. No, it wasn't, because I'm gonna have to build that one as well for the food, and then I have to get all of these buildings there and here. That one needs to go out, and these need to go out. I like this part when you get a new zone and then just start working on getting it inbound here. This unfortunately has to be built in an incorrect place, but we can move it later on. But I just built it right now at this location. Keep working down there, and on this side I need to have 1, 2, 3, 4 at the end. So it's gonna be like this. And then we can continue that line as well. So we'll have a box that opens like that way and go up here, and this as well. Whoa, that was definitely not what I wanted. There. So these roads, they're going to be sort of the main frame of what we want. There we go. That needs to be taken out, and this as well needs to be taken out. But this one is actually correct, I guess. And then I need to start. Now I can start working on some of the stuff like population. Let's get the first population centers in here, and then also get an infirmary, because you know that's going to happen. They will blow up. You know, people tend to blow up. And then in the back row, I now had, since this is 9 and then +1, it's 10. Then I have down here, I have 5 by 10. 5 by 10 is a good location because that is just 2 big batteries that we don't have researched yet, but we will. In terms of research, we are still a bit away from that. Oh, we did get some science. We get science from, I guess we got science from completing the repatriating the people from the colony, I guess. Yeah. Just trying to get all of this out. There. That should get us everything inbound, and that will build all the stuff we need for all of this here. We're probably also going to need an extra maintenance thing here for these. They're going to need it anyway. We have a few of those in here. Great. Okay, it looks very good. And as we get that 40, this one can store 52, so that is excellent. All right, this is this little sector here is looking mighty fine already, and we just connect this part. And then what we want to do, how fast do we... Whoa, how do we... Oh, right, we need to set up some transfers here. We obviously need to make sure that our new sector, Sector 6, gets a little bit of alloys just in case, gets a little bit of this. That's going to be like 2. Nope, we can't. We don't have that stored yet. But here, we wanted to have 50 food, so we don't have any issues here. Good. Once this one gets built, then it'll continue. And in the meantime, we get all of this working. Oops, I'm running at way too fast speed. I don't like working at that speed. Oh, there we go. Repatriate the colonist. Excellent. So we got the colonist. What? They died? Oh, right. They died from weather effects. That happens. Too bad.
An accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
22 crew members. Are you kidding me? Those steel mills, man. They're dangerous places to work. I don't think I have enough here. No, I don't. So, and they're also now working extra hours. That's going to be a recipe for even more disasters. So I'm going to build another one of these, like, urgently. Thank you. And then I'm going to have to turn things off. It's going to be that steel mill for sure. There. Yeah, okay, they're back to happy. Let's just check the other ones while we're at it. Okay, they're all good. And this is fine. Oh, hold on. That goes out. That goes in. Yeah, that's better. Because this one has the bonus for space. This one does not have the bonus for space. And this location over here. What? Crazy. Wow. Is that... Okay, we must have had, like, extra people here. Oh, 241. That's cutting it a little bit too close. But we'll be fine. Keep casualty to a minimum while exploring. Yep, we'll do that. Sector 6. Why are they starving? They really shouldn't be starving. Maybe they missed the first cycle. But they have enough food here. Yeah, they just need 4 food. That's fine. Let's get that. Let's get all those reminders about actions out of the way. So all we have here is we need to start working on the next big things in this one. And that is, of course, the DLS is a must-have, and the this one's also a must-have. Yeah. There we go. They'll be down here, and I will be building that one. And that should give us 12 spaces here for more of the population control here. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah, so that gives us a lot. We also want to get some of the cheaper housing in. There's no reason not to get the cheaper housing in if they will accept it. So we could just throw it in here and get you working there. And that gets us a pretty high number of But this is 125 and this is 100, 200, 300. So it's going to be 400 and something with this one alone. 400, and I just want to make sure that the majority is staying in these buildings. And they should be. So there's a lot of stuff to be worked on here. Let's have a look on the overlay map. The Protagoras is still being delivered stuff in. Oh, this is not good. I know what the problem is. The problem is probably that wherever I want to deliver it is a full cargo location. So it has a really big problem actually loading it. Yeah, it does. It does indeed. Where are all these popsicles coming from? There shouldn't be more popsicles in the sector. No more popsicles. Okay, so if there are no more popsicles in the sector, then this should be emptying gradually, at least. This one's emptying, this one's emptying. All right, so this is the problem. Like, it brings it in, then we take one popsicle out because it gets thawed and becomes a person, and then we can put one more in. And this has to go up to 30, I think, before it actually completes a full line. Okay, so that's going to take a little bit more time. Not a big problem because we still have a lot of work to be done out here, so we can just continue working on all of this in the meantime. Good news! We have new science. We have completed the science tier 3, and we have now unlocked things like train station. Not really doing much. It gives one happiness, so that's something. We also want drone base, and I start to incorporate those into my designs. But what we want right now is the most important one, is that one, because that gives us more power. This one is even better, but it requires pretty much everything else here, so it's very, very expensive. This one is 5 every 3 cycles. So that's a massive improvement. 5 per 5 cycles or 5 per 3 cycles. Big difference. Oh, I keep pressing escape to get rid of this one, but that doesn't work. Now what we can do then afterwards is going for the intelligent design of the crop farms, and then we can work our way into the mess hall with lyophilization units. Yeah, that thing. And then the stellar cuisine afterwards, and then the space chef, just to make sure that we don't have any problems with power at all. Oh, sorry, not power, with food at all. Power is still going to be a problem. Let's have a look. This is the farming sector. It's not great. We're going to have to kill we will kill the insect farms at some point. Definitely kill them here so we can build more industry. Oh, maybe there can be... Oh, no. Okay. Is that because there's still... Yeah, there's still a lot in infirmary. Yeah, 22 in infirmary. Okay. I need to send more people over here if I have more people. This I only have a little bit, but that's when all is turned on. Here I do have some, but not enough for the 30 I need here. What about in the starting sector? The starting sector has a ton of extra people. Interesting. So I'll send some... How many? We could send 20, but we're not going to. We'll send 15. 15 workers from 1 to 2. Good. And then over here we continue on our build. We have the DLS. Now, the DLS is actually going to start with waste. That's weird. Yeah, that's weird. We don't need the propaganda just yet. So we'll just do waste. Yep. Because this will be a waste processing facility. I hope. That's the plan at least. And with all of this being built, yeah, it's working pretty well. This is being built, this is ready for build, and as soon as this one is... Oh, the reason why we don't get all the green lines tapped is because the only construction drone is in here.
Accident has occurred in the Tiqqun.
Accident has occurred. Look at that one, and that's going to be waste. There we go. And where was that accident? Just to see. 4 crew injured. Yeah, okay. Oh, and it's in infirmary. Lovely. Now it says we don't have an infirmary. That's kind of not my fault.
Transfer complete.
We also need more people here because that's kind of running down. So keep popping open here. We are also going to be sending more stuff over here. Let's get you up to... Let's get you to... You know what? It's not going to get to 500 anyway, anytime soon. So if we end up having them homeless, that's just going to be a perfect opportunity. Because this one will also have a massive storage. I don't actually want to have a dedicated storage, human storage, that's called population center. The reason why is because I do get, if we look at the research up here, alternate life, this one can get plus 1 stability if 400 crew, and plus 1 extra if 800 crew. So if I split them out, I can actually get extra happiness by having more 800 crew in each one when we sort of get into the late game. That's the intention, at least.
A science ship team has completed a task.
There we go. The science ship team has completed the task. And just that second we saw that they are overworked and angry. That's not great. That's okay. There we go. Why are you angry? Waste policy, storing, and most living and optimized. There's one from propaganda. I guess we need to up the propaganda then. Okay, we need more people over here, and ooh, we are getting people unfed. Why did they not get fed? That's really weird, I think, because we have tons of stuff here. That's weird. Okay, let me just fix that. Okay, we can definitely send 10 workers from 3. 10 workers from 3 to 6. Start. And what about here? We can... Oh, 22 still in infirmary? That doesn't seem like we have a lot of excess. No, not really. We can take 5 excess, maybe. 5 from 2 to 6. Nope, not any crew. We don't want to transfer any crew. There we go. And what about in here? Do we have extra? We have an ungodly amount of extra resources here. Wow. Let's take... That's weird. I think from section 1 to section 6 then. Only workers? Sure. There. Alright, so even though they're unhappy, they will now be less unhappy when I switch this one on. Only a little bit less unhappy. But it doesn't matter if they're unhappy. They'll minus 0.3 trust, but ultimately that's not going to do much. Anyway, that was not what we wanted to do. We wanted to clean up roads. No, we wanted to see the Protagoras quests that we completed. Nice. Let's have a look at it. I'm also building some batteries because we're going to be moving after we're done here. So I just want a few batteries, even if they're not the right place. Oh, there's people to pick up. The resources necessary for the well-being of the Protagoras crew have been brought aboard. The station's core system are now online and operational. We spoke with the crew of the Protagoras. It is clear that most of them now wish to pursue different goal than exoplanet colonization. With a tachyon calculator stolen by the UN and their ability to generate vol coordinates with it, they say that they no longer attempt to reach Remus. Instead, the Protagoras will become a place of life and perpetual displacement. As there are only 2 sectors of the ship functional, however, the crew accept that they must reduce their numbers if they are to have a chance of enduring such an existence. While some will leave Protagoras with a heavy heart, comforted only by the knowledge that they are giving up the crewmates. By the knowledge they are giving their crewmates the best odds of survival. Many more actually wish to join us on the Tiqqun and see the mission to reach Remus through to the end. We must welcome them aboard the Tiqqun before we leave the system and the Protagoras behind.
Administrator,
and how much?
A new request awaits
160.
your attention.
Oh, we already started to get someone on board. Oh, 250 it says. Okay. New requests. New request indeed. What is that? It's probably not good. They're never good, these ones. Ooh. By repatriating the settlers from the colonization tests, you have silenced some of the voices that question your natural philanthropy. The crew is delighted to be reunited with their friends and crewmates. Some see it as a sign that humanity is not doomed to die in space. Beyond hope, it fills them with courage. Sweet. Plus 10% trust. Not that we needed the trust, but you know. Out here on the world map, we have Einstein. You can go back to the Tiqqun. And Mendeleev, you're stuck up here. I will just get all the resources inbound here. Now I get...
transfer complete.
Now I get why I had so many, because already there it was starting to bring stuff in.
You can implement a new policy.
And that is going to be intense propaganda. There we go. And we are now neutral. Could be better, but you know, it's something. Why is it actually only neutral? That's odd. What do the other ones have to make them happy? Mostly in quarter propaganda, hull over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pluses. And here we have 6 pluses. Huh. Oh, we have the waste policy. Ooh, that means this one is... Oh, they're only... Ooh, that means when I implement waste policies everywhere, then that's going to be a an interesting thing for them. They're not going to be super happy about it. I guess one of the key researches we want is, if we could even get it, we have the intelligent lab. That's the only thing we really have here. Food is not great, so I guess I have to focus on food, but ultimately this one is also a good one to get, but we need to get the tech lab first. And we are just panicking here because we can't feed all the people we just brought into Sector 1. I forgot that I had to move them over. So we are panic moving them. Let's see, I can also panic move any crew from 1 to 3, I guess. There. And then see how that figures out. Okay, but we have emptied our location. They are very angry because 55 did not get any food. Let's make sure they get food in the next round. Thank you very much. This is also part of the issue here. The intelligent design not really getting us anywhere. We need 3 more, so that's the next one. Stockpile has been disabled. Okay, more. 1 crew member died due to environmental effects. Let's get the hell out of there.
Administrator, the Protagoras is reactivated and operational. We have received the Etimanenki's full signature. Act with caution when facing this UN superstructure. We are ready to follow to reach Remus. Nothing is holding us back.
Well, greed and accidents are holding us back. Leave the system and keep the casualties there. And the first thing we want to do is... oh, there is a waiting for a science ship. The Einstein is right here, so we can send you over.
A science ship has arrived at its destination.
The PA of Protagoras is unresponsive. It will need to be replaced. We have reached the data storage center of the PA. If we save a copy of the Naomi product copy, the Einstein team will use a copy of the Tiqqun's PA to replace the inactive PA. That's like the good thing. That's helping us, right? But this one is... The PA of the Protagoras will be transferred and stored within the Tiqqun. We should be able to do both, but I'll do that one. And in the meantime, let's get the hell out of there. 2.2, and we should have batteries for everything. Oh, lovely. Love these flying animations. And yeah, we have enough. It's section 6 section 1 that's the least protected. And we can now disable that one eventually. And they're still angry. Why are they angry? -3 having more than 5% of population starving. Yeah, well, I mean, they're gone now. We moved them to another zone, so it's not really a problem. Intelligent lab has been unlocked. Yay! That means we get 5 every 5 turns. Oof. We still need to have a little bit more progress here, so we're working on the crop that gets more food, because we're actually not having enough food at this point. Nope, we're not. That is a little bit of a problem, and that means we need to get to the Lyser something unit and then the Stellar Cuisine.
Complete.
That's kind of a problem. More transfer, yeah. What about here? Do we have more people? Yeah, we do. Extra hours. I've disabled these two because they are not really useful at all. Let's see, there must be somewhere that we have extra resources now. Not a lot. Is that how many are in the infirmary? Not a lot, so that's good. So here we just have a little bit of a buffer. That's 8 in buffer, that's okay. Here we have quite a lot in buffer, so let's transfer them over. 10 workers. Only workers, actually 15 from Sector 1 to Sector 2. Let's do that. And that should get this one last one updated. And we are then, yeah, just barely hanging in there. Barely hanging there on the food side until we get the next massive upgrade. In here, we are working on our upgrade of the waste treatment facility. That is another thing. Once we have that, we can actually start implementing waste treatment in all the other sections. That is going to be not this one. This one here, yes. I will be disabling that, and then we can actually implement it right now. There. Yes. It hurts, and then now I can do that. You also are going to need a waste treatment facility. That means I need to find another space for one more thing. Whoa, was that a big accident? 14 crew member. Ow. Wow, the second it came online, it crashed. Well, I mean, maybe they...
Population transfer complete.
You're still angry, but can you just stop being angry, please? I have 502, and you have 500 here. Population transfer completed, and that should get this one online. Yep. And over here, I need to find a place to put in a storage. Maybe I don't need the storage, and I can just do... Yeah, we'll do that. We'll implement wastes. Now everyone will just go down to neutral. Buildings produce 30% more waste. Yummy. There we go. Waste. And since we now have waste, then we can do a waste transfer thing. So from 3, it's just going to be minimum. From 2, it's going to be minimum. And from 1, I mean, I don't have anything. But when transfer 6, I want all your waste. Give me all your waste. Great. That should give us all that waste in here so we can start working on it in processing it. Now, our happiness is very low. And what we really need is that research. But what we need more is making sure we don't die from starvation. Because that sucks. That goes offline. And what we're doing here, we have quite a lot of extra resources. Now, at this point, I kind of regret building it right there. I should have, of course, built it over here because that's kind of the wrong place. We have reached this location and we don't have a lot of power left. Oh no. I did not see that coming. I did not see any of this coming. Well, that also means the charging is going to take forever. So we're going to have to disable some things to get it going. Do I have anything else that needs discharging? I don't want to discharge that. This one has so much water and it uses a lot of power. No, not really. I just want to disable some things so that I can recover power and put it back into the batteries as fast as possible. Oh, here's the thing. This one doesn't have any purpose at all because we don't have any more silicon at all in this location. What is going on with that one? Where's the food? Where is the food? I don't like that.
Team has completed a task.
Get that food in there. That's weird. What happened? Okay, they are being opened here. And they are at... I'll get to 600 for each of these. Because that's how many we can feed. A science team completed the thoughts of Protagoras. We have repatriated the PA from Protagoras and got 60 science. Awesome. Oh, we just leave? I guess they have to make do without a PA now. That's not great for them. For us, don't care. But we have more science. That's amazing. So we can get the intelligent design, we can get the license, something, and then we can, yeah, almost get all of it. Sweet. It is now time to move on to fly to the next door, Rokotensky. Yeah, that's a long haul. 0.5, 3.2. Section 1 is not going to be happy. Alright, so what I need to do is I need to wait until we are... See, if I fly now, then we will be out of power during the feeding cycle and the meal cycle, and that's a disaster. That's an absolute disaster. In this location, I can't really put in more batteries, like, not easily. I'd like this one to... Funny how this is just not getting removed. There they go. Finally. And they are now happy. Well, yeah, this one's happy. Everyone else is just content. But as soon as we get lower than... Look at this. 150 plus 92. We are so close to not having this 250 unopened cryopods in station, as it's actually right now 151 plus 99. That's 250. That's 250. I don't know if these are counting as well, but it's very, very close to happy. Now it should not be there. It's definitely 250 here. It's definitely less than 250. And then maybe that still counts. I don't know. We'll see. But this one needs more. This needs more storage. Or more battery. I can't get more battery. Did we get a feeding cycle while I was rambling away? We'll just fly now.
Administrator, you can implement a new policy.
Oh, okay. Rokatansky. That's probably going to be a bit dangerous because these are... Oh, another cool flight animation. So they have actually like animation for all the planets. That looks really cool. Yeah, these are coming back. Good thing you're coming back. That is very, very perfect. I don't know if they will start skirting this one, but we have to bring everyone back before flying into that location. Yeah, and then maybe just say these ones are out of limits. Out of bounds. Out of something. Maybe I don't want that one to be taken. These ones are kind of far away, and we do have enough water, so we'll just start sort of prioritizing this. And we are arriving very, very close to running out of power here, and we just arrived. And I can now switch on everything back in this sector. There we go. Everything is happy. That was, yeah, cutting it close, but we made it, and these are now home. We have a lot of iron here to pick up. Well, not a lot, but some iron to pick up. Where are they? This Guznator, and oh, that's actually not what I want. If I can just do that avoid here. There. Because I want them to pick up this part. There's 81 iron left at this location. So, at this point, I am just going to be cleaning out this sector. Not much to it. I need to pick up the iron here. Pick up the iron here. Need to pick up this iron. That's all of what we have. That's 361 iron that we need to go. Then I'm going to jump over here, claim the rest of the carbon and the silicon. Just get that in and then leave the planet. So that's just a little bit of cleanup. I think that's a good way of doing it. In most cases, not necessarily in all cases, but in most cases, it's probably a good idea to do that. We're still, power is somehow okay. We do need to jump to the next location, but we do have a few things to take out first. So at this point, I think I'd want another factory. That is a waste treatment factory. If we see here, this one is actually 50 out of 50. Oh no, we are not doing that. Actually, we want to do... Yeah, let's do that stockpile. Yeah. I don't think that's the most important one. But, you know, since I only have 29, and I think that's the most important right now. Yeah. We'll build this, and then that will take another 15 science and 20 workers. 20 workers, not going to be a problem. We can also build more housing, I guess. Yeah, we only have 400 housing, so we need to sort of get the last housing in place. There is a way to do that. That's going to be this one, and here. Then I'm going to build another one next to it like this. And then there's another room for one of these big ones here and a big one there. And that will also build. But that's just going to come when it comes. So interestingly enough, we have now completed all of the iron part as well, and I will be flying in as soon as these ones get back here. We will be flying over to Chevy 34, and then we can get all of the remaining stuff in here. Let's see, they need to disappear, and they are gone. We can fly through here. It'll be 3.6, and I didn't even check. Why did I not even check? That's all right. We'll just move over to this location. And 3.6, yeah, it's kind of close, right? It's kind of close. I think we can switch off some things to get us safely there. Let's see, it is, well, section 2 has no problems because everything is turned off in section 2. section, everything else just needs to turn off a little bit. I guess we just turn off these two things. And here we can turn off. Since we are not going to get anything inbound, then we might as well turn that on off. And over on this side, this is a bit more tricky. Not going to turn off the science, that's my most important thing. What else could we turn off? We could turn off a little bit of power. Here, let's have a look. We have 3.2 remaining in this section. Okay, so guess that's still the majority. Yeah. Where else do we have more power? Yeah, they're not really using that much power. This 12 I'm not going to take out. Yeah. And as we're now coming out of the storm and heading in for the last part, we have a little bit of battery left on all of them. And then we can now start enabling all of the goodies out here and get the little bit remaining we have in this area. Get all of that triggered so we can get everything working again. Yay! More miners, more everything out here. And let's see what else is there. There should be, yeah, there's a little water as well. And we made it. The water and the last iron. There. And then we go in and we then enable everything again. Everything is still optimal. Now these are going to be... power is problematic. Oof. Power is going to be problematic, I guess. Oh, yes, indeed. That's too much. Wow. Shit, I didn't even see that coming. Okay, we have power problems. I guess since our science is kind of working there, we're going to take some of this out. And hold on, we have to both look at power. Okay, so this is good. Power and work condition. Power and work condition, it's good. And this one's could phase it off because we're down to 92 plus whatever we have in that one. Don't think we have a lot. And that should get us there. All right. Good. That's kind of problematic, I guess. So I want to find 15 minus that, so... And this is where I kind of regret building all of these power plants, right? Because it's not necessary, right? It's not necessary. If I power these off at some point, if it's more than 20%, it'll get really unhappy. All right. Yeah, unhappy. Okay, so I can switch these two off. That's something. And over here, how much do we have? We have plenty, so there. Switch two of them off. Again, we do this just to find a bit of extra capacity here so we can get everything working. And yeah, they are missing carbon, but that's coming in. Don't worry. Don't you worry. And we are now... I guess we have to take out... We can take one of these out. Like this. Yeah. Then I can switch on my refinery again. However, we also need to make sure that we feed our batteries just a little bit because they only get filled up with any residual power we have here. So since I don't have any residual power, those 17 is all I have to charge my batteries. And if I then start my waste processing again, then that's going to be kind of stalling. It doesn't really matter because we don't have enough waste to keep both of them running. So we'll do this one instead because I know that in my next zone I'm going to use a lot more electronics. Because when we get, the reason why is because when we get crew quarter upgrade this one to Dometic, then they will require, every single one will require more electronics to get. But so far it's the stellar cuisine we're looking for. We can allow this to go a little bit down as we can see now. Hopefully, and then we'll get this one as we clean out the rest of this area here. And we finally have the stellar cuisine unlocked. That is brilliant. That means now we have here, instead of I was down to 195 and we are now on 143 power, but it gets better than that. Industrial enzymes crop farm. All right, so I guess we just really want to continue on the food production, don't we? Ooh, more waste. That's good. We like waste. Yeah, I think I want these two to focus on upgrades. And in the meantime, you can also see we are just heading on back from everything. We have harvested the last of it. I will even go so far as to mark this one as avoided. That means everyone's now coming back. That is brilliant.
An accident has occurred in the
Typical.
Tiqqun.
Everything is brilliant, right? Except for all the accidents. And the only thing we're missing is to click the button to start the Ixion engine. Starting this procedure cannot be interrupted or cancelled. There we go.
In accordance with Frau Stanford procedures, all ships must return to the Tiqqun before volt jump initiation.
And they already are. That's brilliant. So it's not like something you have to do. This is just something that says warning. They're not going to get lost if you're not back. But look at that, how beautiful that transition was. And now there's a really cool cutscene, and we'll get a first glimpse of what's happening in the next zone. That's also going to be super amazing, because that'll be the big cliffhanger, and then we'll get ready for that into the next episode. So with that, thank you very much for joining. Thank you for watching all the way to the end, and be sure to watch all the way to the very, very end. I really appreciate all the support, the likes, the shares, the good ideas, the bad ideas in the comment section. And of course, particularly thank you to the Patreon supporters who are supporting the channel. Without you, I wouldn't be able to continue the work I do here. So thank you, everyone. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, take care and stay effective.